really strong.
So how would you hit this one?
Probably draw, bad. Right? I would probably put the 2-ball into the first diamond.
He usually hits this one hard and stuns it to the center of the table. You know, that one he came back. Okay. Gotta be careful when you're shooting from that angle. Sometimes it'll go straight to that corner pocket.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a little more, parallel to the ball, then it comes in a straighter line.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't have the stroke for that, but Gene Nagy, who I know you're very familiar with, Tony and I both spent a lot of time around Gene Nagy in Queens, the Golden Cube. And Gene said a long time ago that with that bringing the cue ball all the way back, you'll make more break shot. You'll get a lot more action, but you'll miss more and you'll scratch more.
Yeah.
And it's a trade-off.
Yeah. And a lot of times you end up scratching, you end up big run.
Yeah.
I think Torsten scratched 3 times last year on break shots. Sucking it up the top like that.
Yeah, because when you're coming off the break ball, it all depends on how thick you're hitting that object ball and also which angle of approach you're approaching the break shot from.
When Darren the other day eliminated Mika and ran like a 90-something and out on him, and 3 of his break shots almost scratched in the side. It went down and came back up, almost scratched in the side pocket. So it's dangerous.
So what do you think about the pattern here, Dan? Will you use 11 to go into those balls, or?
I don't want not unless you can save the 10. If he can get rid of that 3 clean, he might be able to pick that rack apart easier.
So I guess the best. I think he might have played position for it for a minute, but he could also get rid of it in the upper corner pocket, right?
Yeah. I don't know how he's going to get around these. Maybe he's going to go
unless he's planning on going in between the 12 and the 3 and playing the 11.
Or going right into the 12 off the rail.
Yeah.
Well, he's coming back up for
He
the
looks
11.
like he's putting inside spin.
Yeah, he's coming for the 11.
He's going to go for the 11.
There he is.
He has a very nice angle here, too.
Yeah. He shouldn't get
If he
stuck.
hits it with follow, I don't know. It depends where he hits it. He might go in between the 12 and the 6. See, between the 12 and the 6.
He's got his break shot.
Or sometimes a break shot is the only shot you have. So I don't know. Oh yeah, the 14 looks like it's pretty good from here.
Yeah, the pool gods have a strange sense of humor. Look out. Oh, that was actually a difficult shot. To get a good angle on that 5-ball. That was a fine shot. Looks like nothing, but he didn't overrun the position. He didn't come up short.
Would you leave the 12 as a key ball?
I like that. The other 2 are on the wrong side, kind of.
And it doesn't really matter where you make the 6 or the 15. It could go in either pocket on the left-hand side of the table.
I kind of like the 6 more than the 15. I think we play 7-15, maybe 12-6.
Yeah.
No, he's going to do it the other way with the 12.
Well, I guess because of the angle he wound up with, so. And that's the beauty of patterns. It's a preference. You know, every player has a preference.
Yeah,
you know, they feel one might feel more comfortable with this pattern as opposed to the other.
But you have to stay alert. You can't just doggedly cling to an idea you have. You have to be flexible.
And that's why a lot of players fail to run balls with some type of consistency, because they become obsessed with the original plan. When they get out of line, they take the slightly tougher shot.
Yeah. Very nice.
All right, well, Thorsten is on a run of 28 right here in the beginning of the finals of the World Straight Pool Championship, and it'll be interesting to see where he hits a cue ball on this one, because again, he's not parallel. He's a little more past the point of the 50-yard line with the break shot.
Do you like hitting that like that? You like drawing back to the back rail?
It all depends on whether I'm going to hit the top of the ball or the bottom of the ball. You know, in the 90-degree angle coming off the object ball. If I'm going to hit the top of the ball, then I hit it with draw. If I'm going to hit the bottom of the ball, then I hit it with follow or slot.
Yeah.
You finished already?
Oh, let's see.
All right. Unfortunately, needs 272 from here.
I knew you were going to say playing for 272.
Okay, I'll be there.
272.
Bye.
It looks like he's going to hit
Don't be
draw
right.
at the top
Okay,
of the final,
bye.
so he's going to draw split the table, right? Oh, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. some point he's going to use one of those on the right hand side to come down for the 1 or the 6, right?
Hell, he could use.
Unless he uses a 2 for the 13.
You could pick this rack apart
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
You can conceivably use the 4 and the 14 for the last 2 balls of the rack for the break shot. The key. Well, he's going for this.
He's probably going to bump the 9.
Ooh.
No, he didn't. He had a perfect angle to go for the 1. That's good.
Yeah, he had
That's
trouble.
good. This is going to be tough for him to get stuck here because he can end up with a 10, worst case scenario, or the 13 if he hits a 15 first and pushes a 13 slightly. But he's hitting with follow, so I guess he already has a different plan.
Yeah.
And again, it's like I said, a lot of these patterns are preference. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not an exact science at this point. You can't work this out to the end.
There you go.
Now look at this position at the end. If he gets a straight shot on the 11, he goes down for the 12, picks up the 2, and with very little movement on the cue ball, he gets rid of all the problems on the rail. Bang, 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 and he's right back
And then
there.
he could use a 4, 5, and the 14.
Yeah, if in a stripped down position, he can come off the 2, to the 9, to the 4, to the 5.
He's not straight on the 13, though. After he's straight on the 13, he might. That's why he's considering. He's trying to see if he can negotiate shooting the 10 ball, but minimize the movement of the 9 ball.
Yeah.
You know, to kind of use it as a stopper.
Yeah,
Because obviously he doesn't want to send the 9 towards a 4 and create another cluster.
yeah, that's right. Nice touch.
You see, there you go. All right, there it is. See. The good thing is that he got away with it because he can make the 9. You know,
Can he make the 9?
yeah, oh, he can make the 9.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's pretty tight. Well, here he goes. You know,
Yeah, he's almost straight. He has just enough of an angle.
this position now almost plays itself if he gets straight on that 11.
Well, if when you shoot the 9, 11, 12, 2, and then come down for the 15.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying before. Yeah, yeah,
That, I think that would be the move there.
yeah. This position plays itself almost. And he's got the 4-14.
Oh, I see. He doesn't like the 5 ball after the 4.
Huh.
So he tried to get straight there. Yeah.
Very odd.
Yeah, but he didn't get where he wanted to. So that kind of screwed up the entire pattern there. So he might have to switch a plan here.
He definitely has to switch a plan here. He's going to be stuck with those balls to him. He may be forced into shooting
Wow.
this. Yeah. I think he knows he did something here.
And you know, there are pattern players that like to play the patterns perfectly.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier, and he was hoping to get dead straight on the 5, but I would have done what you said, 4, 5, or 14.
Yeah. Well, I don't have his stroke and I don't have his shooting pocketing ability, so I have to play good position. I don't have a choice.
I have no idea what this man's talking about when he says he has no stroke.
I have no stroke. He's a killer, man. He goes out and runs down an antelope. I gotta go to the diner and order food.
Now, what do you think he tried to do there? That was kind of strange. Do you think maybe he's trying to use the 2, 15, 8?
I don't know, but he's got no pattern here. He's got nothing. If he gets out of this rack up, this is a big effort. If he gets out of this rack and gets to a break shot, he's done something. Because he's got 0 yet. That 11 and 12 are going to dog him now.
I mean, he can always shoot the 4. I'm assuming he's dead straight. I can't tell. 11, 12, 2, and then 15, and then 8, or 8 and 15 and come around.
He's got nothing natural, nothing easy here. He's running out of bullets, too.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the 15, 11, 12, 2, and 8.
8's not a good key ball either. Well, you know,
This just into the booth. Larry Ross wants to say hello to you guys and everybody out there right now. Mr. Larry Ross.
Oh,
He can't
Hello,
make it.
Larry.
hey, Larry, how are you, buddy?
Hi, Lars. Did you bring food?
He's got commitments today. But obviously he's watching the stream on his phone.
Think Larry Ross is being committed? Is that what you know?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
About time. All right, here he goes. You know why this is so tough? You gotta get good on the 12.
Yeah, he's pretty good about the speed.
Yeah.
His shots. You know, the thing is that this is another shot, Dan, that sometimes, you know, you and I probably prefer shooting the 8 in the side.
Yeah.
I prefer overhitting it so that if I don't get straight, I can always hit the top rail and come back.
I don't like shooting him in the side.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is some people like playing it in the corner.
Yeah,
They
that's
like
what I
playing it in
prefer.
the corner and then end up, you know, going to the side
Drift
rail.
over.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you have to get dead perfect on the 8 to to come across like that.
Well, the reason why I prefer it the other way in the side is because in the corner here, every once in a while, if you overdraw, you're either straight or you're on the other side of the table.
That's true.
See, there I would have just overhit it a little bit.
So you go down and up.
Exactly. I just rather, I'm a safe
Yeah.
the
Well, that's a
type of
smart way to
percentage
play.
type of position
I
player.
think Steve Lipsky would have played it that way too. He's another strong New York player. He likes going up and down.
It was great to see him in the tournament this week.
It was
again.
nice, yeah.
Had a lot of people representing New York this year. You know, Jonathan Smith,
Yeah.
Alaska, Hunter Lombardo, who
Yeah.
did very well, made it to the final 16. Good shot. Wow, how good he hit that one. He had to hit that perfect. He hit that great. Now he's on a run of 42.
Right. That wasn't a classic rack at all,
No.
but he's out.
And it wasn't because he missed playing the balls. Just come up short on one shot.
And that's all it took.
Yeah, that's it.
But the most important part, Danny, is keeping it together when
Yeah,
you
that's
get on the
right.
line. A lot of players get discouraged or become so disgusted that it takes away, and you don't see them put the effort for the next shot that they normally would if they were in line.
There's a room full of terrific players over here, and these are the two guys that made it to the end.
This one is all follow. I prefer follow with right.
Yeah, you need
Because-
to drive into this.
Yeah. Because if you hit it with right, when the cue ball comes off the bottom rail, you're guaranteed to run into another ball, into another cluster.
Look out. Look out.
Wow. You know what happened, all right? He hit the ball dead on.
Yeah?
He might have scratched if he hit that
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah.
I think he can see the 3, though. If he can see the 3, I think he's good. He can shoot the 12 afterwards and maybe break him up, depending whether or not he can get an angle. Because I'm not sure if I don't think he can make the 6 unless he shoots the combo. And there's no benefit to that shot.
Yeah, you trap the cue ball.
So one question I always ask myself when I'm playing straight pool, Dan, is when I shoot this shot, before I decide to shoot a shot, I always ask myself, how do I benefit if I take this shot? How do I
Yeah.
benefit if I take
Sure,
that shot? You know?
sure. That's good advice. Very practical advice. I like to ask myself. I actually forgot what I like to ask myself. So
Do you answer?
I do answer, but I forget why. Here we go.
Oh, look
Okay,
at this,
can he
look at
hold
this.
this?
As long as he can make the combo, he's good.
Yeah, that's right. He's on the right side for it.
But he definitely overhit that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm assuming the 9 goes past the 11. Thing about this shot that's dangerous is a lot of times, depending on the angle that you have, it's hard to tell from here.
Yeah.
You have to watch that 10 ball coming off the rail after it makes a 6, and if the cue ball is stuck there, it hits a cue ball to a spot that you don't expect it to, you know?
He's got to clip it because it's a thin cut on the 6, so the 10's going to keep a lot of force, and it might interfere with. Well, I don't think it's going to come back to the rack. He's got to get the cue ball
it
out
might
of the
come
way.
back to the cue
Cue
ball.
ball.
Yeah.
Double hit the cue
So
ball.
he might be able to cut it enough to send the cue ball to the long rail, right? You see
Yeah,
that?
it's
You
cue
see
ball.
how double
Just
hit
like
it?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he knew enough
Yeah.
to drive the 12 ball down so he'd have
But
a
he
shot.
just went like this, like he acknowledged that he got lucky. But you know, like again, if you can more or less guess that, it'll give you a better idea which speed to hit the ball with for the double kiss to prepare yourself. You know.
Right on cue. These guys right here calling it like it is. Perfect. Loving it. With a sense of humor behind it.
It's not me, it's Dan. He's one of the funniest guys I ever met.
Oh, stop.
And I'm ready to embarrass him at some point during the stream to congratulate him again for the Hall of Fame. It's so well deserved, buddy. I can't tell you how happy everyone is for
You don't know the real story behind that. Charlie calls me up, says, I need my hallway cleaned. It's in the Hall of Fame. It's the hallway of fame, as a matter of fact. And somehow it got out, and people confused it. And Charlie was in a bind, so we had to go ahead with it.
Gotcha.
It was the hallway of fame. I was supposed to mop it.
Danny, look, this is an interesting shot. Do you just run into the 7? See, if you run into the 7, right, the angle, at least the way it looks.
Seven's going through the gap.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So do you draw and hit off the 5, or do you hit it soft?
Send it soft, of
Yeah, you
course.
see, that's what you
Yeah,
do, a little
read it.
soft.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when they shoot that shot, they hit it hard, not realizing the 7 is really the only ball's going to move.
Yeah.
And they have all this action. And they say, if I hit it hard, why didn't the ball spin?
Right,
Because they're
right.
not paying attention.
And the 7 ball goes way up table too.
But getting back to the Hall of Fame,
Yeah, the hallway of fame.
Hall of
yes.
Fame.
you definitely deserve it, buddy. You really do.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. You both deserve it.
Yeah, but I thought it was
No, I'm
really. I
You
thought,
good right now?
I thought it was really bad that I had to share the night with those two stiffs that were getting inducted. What were their names?
Hopkins and
something.
Masconi.
Macaroni. Macaroni.
So I think he overran that one. I'm assuming the 5 goes, and I think he was going to shoot the 5 or use the 5 to break it up. So he might not have a choice but to shoot
Swing around for the
Yeah.
one.
or for the 7.
Yeah.
You know, if he has an angle to go for the 1, that's even better. Just has to remember that bottom rail is so fast. I think he's already used to it. You see that? You see how
He's got
fast
the
that
4.
bottom
He
rail
might
is?
have the 4 here.
Yeah.
This is nice too. If he can kick the 4, kick the 2 out. If he plays the 4 and kicks the 2 over.
Well, see, if he plays a 4, that's definitely the shot. If he can see enough, but if not, he has to make sure when he runs into the 4, he hits the top side of it. Oh, he's gonna draw.
He's
You
playing
know,
the
you
1.
can't see it. The 13 is shading it.
He's playing the 1. He didn't see the 4.
Yeah. No, he didn't have an angle. He didn't have an angle to run into it. It's still tricky because now.
Oh wait a minute! I have to interrupt. I'm sorry. Darren's going out for pizza.
Oh,
Do you guys want to order anything while we got a chance?
well,
here?
he might clip the edge of the 4 here. If he does clip the edge of the 4, if he can't hit the 13 here, the 2 and the 4 are the only ones that are going to move. So if the 4 hits the top of the 2, he might end up with the 4 in the bottom pocket. Oh yeah, he was able to hit
that
it.
was
That's
nice.
good.
That was nice.
See it spin on the spot. That's happened a number of times.
Right, but what happened there is he was trying to move the 8 as a break shot, and then end up with a 13 and then a 4 and a 2. So, but he was hoping to end up with a better angle on the 13 so that he can shoot, and then maybe use a 4 to bring out the 2 just in case he ends up with a good shot on the 8.
I think what Gene was saying was
Yeah,
that the spot trapped the cue ball.
Right.
It stopped it.
That spot has happened twice in this tournament.
Oh,
It
really?
climbed the spot. The spot's not flat on the bed of the table. It climbed and fell back.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think there should have been a spot on the table. They should have just had the magic marker and just drew the rack around it.
Yeah, I
really
agree.
no need for a spot.
I think he's going to use the 8 as the break. He's not going to yetz around with trying to set anything up.
No, he's going to use the 2 as a break shot and
really?
the cue ball on the rack. But
Oh,
he has great cue ball control like that.
Oh,
you know?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, but now that I said that, look at that, he came short on that one.
That's
Yeah.
the trouble. He had to
Yeah.
get right on the 13.
Yeah.
It's not a practical play.
Me personally, I
Yeah.
would have played it.
Bailed out?
I would have left the 8 as a break as
Yeah, of
well
course.
because you got to hit it 2 perfect.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then you've got to hit the 4 and the 2 perfect.
Right.
But I figured he went for that one because he has such great cue ball control. But even then, you have to hit it that perfect, like you said.
What's he going to set up now? The 4 for the break shot? Setting up the 4. Ooh.
Oh, he missed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's trying to set the 4 up. Nice
All
shoot.
right, so he had a run of 54 there, but wow. And that's the beauty of this game, Dan. It's
Yeah.
like you're running in at any time, but it's like it always forces you to think. It
Yeah.
teaches you how to become a more creative player,
Yeah.
cluster management,
You have to-
predicting where the balls are going, you know.
It's that combination of practicality and creativity. You have to.
Mm-hmm. So would you use a 13 as a break shot?
He's going to try. I don't know if he has the angle on the 2. He could drive the 4 down to use the 13 as the key.
Yeah, he didn't have the
He
angle.
didn't have
It didn't look like he did, but that would have definitely been the move there. Drive the 4 down.
Yeah, that would have been simple.
He would have said, "Sweet, I don't have to work for this."
So. I'm getting hungry over here. I'm watching people in the stands eating, and I want to eat something, man. The food here at Steinway's been pretty good this week, man.
Yeah.
Real nice
Maybe
stuff.
we order pizza like 10 minutes before someone reaches 150. That way we'll be ready by the time we go to intermission.
Listen, you guys can have anything you want as long as you pay for it, all right?
Well, now people said you were a sport. Now I see.
Well, Darren's on the board and has a break shot. Interesting break shot here. So what are your thoughts on this break shot? Hit any one of the last 2 balls on the left?
I'll tell you what. He's going to clip that ball, the 14. The 2 and the 1 will come out, and it'll be breaking with the 1 ball. That's my prediction. That'll be his 3rd shot. Play the 13, clip the 14, clip out the 14 and the 2. Shoot maybe one or the other to shoot the 14 or the 2, and get on the 1.
Would you hit it hard or soft?
He doesn't hit medium stroke because if you you hit it too hard, you'll blast everything out of position.
Going for the extension. Public service announcement because of Mr. Baruti's sense of humor. Please, streamers, do not watch this stream while driving.
Great stuff, great stuff.
Now, having said that, he's going to blast it, but I'd say he's going to play for the 14 to come out and the 1 and the 2.
I think that's risky. I mean, you know, he'll probably make it, but still. Yeah.
He didn't listen. Now he's got to shoot a long shot. Tony, set that shot up and try it. Try aim for
Yeah.
that. You'll see how many times those 3 balls come
Yeah.
out in that position.
Definitely will.
Yeah.
I definitely will.
There's no traps, no missing the ball, and no.
Yeah, the harder you hit it, the
Yeah.
more risk you take of missing the ball.
Yeah. But how
But you notice on the new cloth, when you hit it hard, it has so much forward momentum that it
Yeah.
starts to slide
Yeah.
instead of roll forward.
Yeah.
It stays down there.
sometimes you get better momentum relative to how hard you hit it when you hit it softly.
Oh, so he's going to take care of the
What the
815. No, he's going to take care of
Yeah.
the 815 right away.
Right there.
Right? Risky, but like I
Wow.
said, it's a preference. You see,
Wow.
I'm not quite sure I would have shot that one first, but it's all about confidence too. You know, when you're playing the best pool that you can possibly play, you're not going to be afraid of any shot. You know, he obviously wasn't afraid of that shot. The only thing is that
I don't know if it's the right shot.
considering how many balls have skidded on the tournament, I'm not quite sure if I would have shot that as a first shot.
I don't think it was necessary to hit the panic button there. Well, he's got no problems here. The 2-4-1 position takes care of itself.
Yeah, what's good about this is he has automatic position on the 5-8 or the 2 ball over there, and even the 10, just taking it out there. But he's probably going to use the 5 to get to the 9,
And 2-4-1,
assuming he
and then you
doesn't
come
have
back
much
to-
of an angle.
Yeah,
Probably has too much of an angle. What was
I'm
that?
sorry. 2-4-1, you come back for the 7.
Mhm.
So, it just plays itself.
Can even push it out a little more if he wanted to.
That's my prediction. 2-4-1-7.
Yep.
He's going to play the 5-9, and
You think he'll push it out a bit?
he
The
doesn't
8 ball?
need to. No, he'll use the 9 or the 6 for the key ball. Because once he picks up the 7, he shoots the 3, and he has the 9 for the key. Or the 6.
Oh, I thought he was just going to use the 7 as a key.
No, he can,
You're talking about using it to
after
go
the
2
7,
rails.
after the 2-4-1-7, you use the 3, and then use the 6 as a better key ball than the 7.
Gotcha.
I think. 7's a little far out. Letting this get away from himself a little bit too much. He's got to be a little careful here not to bump the 7 or the break shot.
And that's why I said the game is so beautiful. Everyone has their own preference. I would have done it the way he did.
Yeah.
You would have gone with the 7 and used one of the other 2.
I like the 9 or the 6 better than the 7.
Gotcha.
Also, by using the 3 after the 7, you don't have to worry about moving off the 7. So you don't have to worry too much about the correct angle on the 7.
Gotcha. Danger here is getting either straight on the opposite side of the ball, right?
Oh, wow. Wow, now he's got to tweak the cue ball to get it to come.
I've always shot that shot where I hit it with enough speed to create an angle on the other side, just so that I can come off the rail every single
Yeah.
time.
You're better
Because
off
now
coming
look
off
at
the
this.
rail too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the best way to shoot
Yeah.
that shot, right?
But he don't know, he's foreigner. They're foreigners, you know.
Well, listen, I mean, there's a reason why they're in the final and why we're sitting here.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't play right. He just wins game after game. He just, so he doesn't have to worry about being right. I'm kidding. Hello.
Well, there's no doubt there's 2 of the best Ripple players in the world playing now, so.
very interesting. He gave an interview to Dragon, and Charlie asked him a good question. What do you owe your success to? And one thing he said that I agree with 100% is his concentration, which I noted in all good players. You have it. Gene Nagy had it. The ability to focus when there's all sorts of pandemonium around you.
Yeah.
Strickland has that ability to create pandemonium.
Yeah. I like that, John. I like hitting it, overdrawing it and coming to the side rail.
That's a good break.
Well, would you shoot the 13 or would you shoot the 7 or what?
I think the 7.
Yeah.
Safer shot. You come to the 15, roll down for the 4, or clear that pocket. Then you can break with the 13 or maneuver around some more.
Or break with the 12 after you get rid of the 4, use the 13 or
Yeah.
14 to get to the 12, right?
Yeah.
Try to leave some insurance ball there, right? I might leave the 14 as the insurance ball. I think it's a 14. I'll change the camera. Yeah, I prefer to leave the 14 as a Geico, is what I call my Geico.
Wow.
Yeah.
In no way do I agree with that
Yeah.
decision.
It's not necessary. It's the
Yeah.
rule that I've always had straight
Yeah.
pool is never run into the balls unless it's absolutely necessary.
Keep
There
it
you could
simple.
have easily picked them apart.
Well, you speak often about how you were mentored by Ray Martin, and that would never occur in a Ray Martin game, or Alan Hopkins either, for that matter.
But the crazy thing is, Danny, that there aren't too many top players today that actually play the old school style.
No, nobody.
But they're so talented that they make up for that.
Yeah.
And the scary part is they did play the old school
Right.
way. They probably run 1,000. They would have broken what's Cody's record eons ago.
Tony, that high run number is of too much importance. I know two players in Queens that are much more talented than I am in terms of a lot of different facets of the game. Tommy Walters and Lenny Favada.
Oh, yeah.
You know how
Oh, yeah.
big strokes and very competitive. Always had good results at the Old World Opens. But I have a high run than either one of them. So what does it mean? Probably not that much in the long run.
Right. And Tommy was actually invited to this event. He declined, which surprised me.
Yeah, Tommy has very high standards. I might have played more games with Tommy than any other human on the planet.
So 6 on the side, 9. Which one would you use for the? Would you use one of the balls by the rail? Would you use
No,
a 12, 5, or 14?
It's probably going to be the 5. There's a swing around for the 1, and then swing around again. He's got to get the 1 out.
If I'm not mistaken, Tommy's now hanging around Q Bar. If I'm not mistaken.
Tommy
right?
does go to the Q Bar in Queens, and
Yeah.
not far from his home.
Right.
So, the little straight pool following he's created over there.
Yeah. I see him mentoring people.
Yeah.
So would you use a 12, 1, 14, 5? And then shoot a stop shot in the 5 to get
Yeah.
straight into the 6?
Yeah, the last 2 or 3 shots should be stop shots for the most part.
And what's the little angle on this one, right?
Yeah, he needs come off natural.
See how fast that bottom rail is?
Yeah.
That's how I got stuck on Earl when I ran the 83 on him. I miss, he runs a 119 out on me. How do I like it?
Nice. Now it's stop. Like Ervolino would have said. It doesn't matter what he does now.
Yeah.
Hit him with it.
Nice.
But Darren's going to take advantage of the opportunity. And he's gone so thus far.
Yeah. It's loosening up.
He's on a run of 30, and the score is now 30 to 54 in favor of Thorsten. And a race to 300, so we're not even a third of the way done.
Yeah. Did you see the way Tony called that last position? He was asking about the key ball and the break shot when there was still like 10 balls on the table. And that's exactly what Darren did. He stripped the position down till he got to those last 3-4 balls. Just as I think Tony has a mic going directly into Darren's ear and told him what to do.
No way. I don't think I need to do that. I think he knows. I mean, Darren has one of
hit him with
those.
it, Daddy. Today I'm only kidding.
You know, Darren deserves to be where he's at this point in his career because, I mean, he will learn any game on a whim and then just become so good at it because he's so strong mentally and end up winning a tournament. Look at that China 8-ball. You know, guy never played it before. He goes there the first time, he wins it.
Well, I'll tell you, I was talking to him outside. I said I'm going to change the name from Dynamite to Grinder because he himself, he says, I wasn't mentally ready yesterday, but he come out on top. He grinds and grinds until he gets there. So, I got to give him all the credit in the world for grinding it out.
Whoa!
That was unexpected.
No. See, that's where you have to be careful.
Yep.
You make absolutely sure you hit with your speed so that ball doesn't have a chance to go in.
He looked at bumping the 7 more than the speed.
Right.
That was kind of freaky, though, that it hit that ball full and continued to follow it.
Well, the scary thing about this is if he shoots a 7, he's probably going to hit the 11 full. It's going to want to stop the cue ball down the bottom
You
rail.
don't know
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
And, you know, the 11 might come off the rail, maybe block the 10
Yeah.
from going on the side. It all depends on how he
You
hits it.
don't know what's going to happen here.
So he's looking at the line. Well, how much of the 11 am I going to hit?
And he's got to worry about bridging, shooting with the bridge,
Yep.
fouling a ball, slipping on a piece of chalk and breaking his pinky. I mean, anything could happen here.
But he's one of the best I've ever seen at saying that himself. I know he says it himself. Well, I screwed up. Now let's do the best that we can with what we had in front of us. Where some people get so disgusted, oh, I can't believe that ball went in. I caught a back row. And sabotage themselves mentally.
Yeah. You'll very rarely see either one of these guys complain too much.
It won't surprise me if he does shoot the 6 because at
Can
least
he
you don't have
see
to
it?
worry about. I think he can. Can we get the other angle up? Let me see. They might be able to see enough. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's borderline. Yeah, it's borderline.
Not from this way.
That's
He
tight.
might be better off shooting from one ball.
He's got to shoot over the 7 anyway.
7 ball.
He has to make sure he absolutely doesn't hit this ball with.
It looks like he's shooting with a branding iron. What the hell is that?
You know what
thing?
he could do, right? If he hits an 11 directly, he could shoot the 14 in the upper right-hand corner if the cue ball stops there. But he has to hit it with just the right speed so that the ball barely drops in the hole.
I want to get back to that bridge. Where did he get that thing from? The Ponderosa? What is that thing?
I'm not sure. You see that? The
They
14
dropped
in
it.
the corner.
That's it.
Or the 10 on the side, right?
Good call. Yeah, nice. Nice. I don't think it'll be
Is
shot
that
to
the
the
bridge
side.
that they call the Swan?
No, that's not a small point.
It looks like the London Bridge, but it looks. Do you see the bridge eyebrow? You with me this tournament? You can
Drive
probably, yeah, you can go over 2 racks.
Nice shot anyway by Darren.
Yeah, that was a great call, Tony. I'm looking at the 14 up the table.
I'm just trying to see where the cue ends up, depending on how solid. Look at this.
Look out, Ooh.
Tell you,
Did you hear all the oohs?
I call those pockets the loving cups, the Sisters of Mercy. Those 2 pockets have been.
Yeah. Swoosh, drained another 20-footer.
Wow. Oh, you have to look at it like this. He hit it so bad, he hit it good.
Yeah.
He hit it good enough to make it, so that's why he got rewarded. The pockets are generous, and you know that. I don't think the pocket should be any smaller than this for straight pool, because straight pool requires you to cheat the pocket to create angles.
Yeah, I mean, it gets ridiculous after a while, this tight pocket type. But go play on a billiard table. You want a challenge. Put the balls on a billiard table and see how good you pocket.
Well, how do you feel about players calling out other players? Like, you ever play a match against a guy, and the guy complains because you hit one ball, just one ball bad, right?
Yeah, never
You hit
happened.
one ball
He
bad.
never hit a
And then-
ball
and
bad.
then he
Play for
complains.
500.
Yeah, no, and then he wants to play on a triple cushion table, and you're saying, do you really think you're that much better than everyone else that by a millimeter just because I hit one ball bad, you're that much better?
You never did it?
Huh?
You never did it? Like, tell the guy, you never got a lucky roll?
Yeah, exactly. gonna run into the 10.
Slam
Unless he
it.
has a combination.
Slam the 3 in the side right now and
And
go
then-
2 rails.
Right. Well,
Into
the
the
thing
corner?
is that you can't just go into it. You have to plan.
Yeah.
Look, let's say you win 2 rails, right? Let's say, can I have that angle again now? Please, thank you. Let's say you win 2 rails and you hit the 13,
Yeah,
you hit
you
the
could get
12,
trapped.
you hit the 12, the cue ball can come here
Yeah.
for the 8 ball. I look at everything when I'm coming on. I'm just trying to figure out where the cue ball's gonna go.
Hey, is
So
that
at
a
least-
touchscreen TV you got?
Yeah, it felt like it.
Easy
Right?
there, pal.
No, I mean,
We'll get your fingerprints that way.
oh,
This is,
the FBI has my fingerprints anyway, so it's
we're using our invisible telestrator here.
That would have been cool.
Gene is going to
But
cut
you
me a
would-
check,
it would've been
and I'm
very
going to get one, a nice one.
Yeah. See, look.
there it is.
Boom, look.
Oh, yeah,
You
going
see,
way
but he
up.
didn't hit the 13. If he would have hit the 13 and then come off the 12, the cue ball would have wound up on the right side of the table.
Well, he's got a problem now. He's got to make that 8 ball. And the cue ball's going down to the right side of the bottom of the table. He's got his work cut out for him here. Got his work cut out for himself.
Yeah, but remember, he's so strong mentally, he's not worried about it. That's the thing. He knows how to get himself back in or keep himself in the game. And he's one of the best I've ever seen in accepting the fact that he made a
He's
mistake.
shooting
and
the
he
5,
does.
not the 8.
Yeah, well, the 8 leads to nothing, so he might as well. And the 5 is just as difficult.
Yeah,
Nice
he
shot,
did very good.
nice shot.
Good shot.
Yeah, now the position's easy. If he makes the 10, of course. 13 goes. Get that out of the way. 6 can go on the side.
Hey, because
He goes up for the
depending on how he
8.
gets, he could shoot the 13, 6, 12, 11, and 8.
I think he's running up the table for the 8.
Maybe. Well, you overhit that, right?
There's this really pretty woman standing behind us right here. Oh, that's Darren's wife.
Actually,
Okay,
that was
all
my
right.
Angie. How you doing? So, what's up happening?
I don't know. I guess he's going to snap it and come back for the 13. Go to the long rail on the right of the screen. Pick up the 13, then he just clears the position.
Well, what about shooting the 13 to create a key volley with the 6? Well,
You
he
could.
doesn't
You
have
could.
the angle for it, though.
Well, you don't really need it because you play the 13.
Mm-hmm.
You get rid of the 6, you use the 12 as a good key ball. No?
For the 1 ball, right?
For the 1 ball is the break.
So what about 13, 11, 6, and 12?
If you can get the angle on it,
Right.
yeah, sure.
Because he shoots a stop on a 6, boy, he's
I
perfect
think
on
he
the
got to
12.
come back a little bit. Yeah, looks good. I think, well, looks like he's playing the 6 now.
Unless he...
He's going to lose the angle on the 6 if he plays the 11.
You think he intends on leaving the 12 as a break shot instead of the 1?
That could be. You know, they're from England. They drive on the wrong side of the
Because
road.
everyone has a preference. Well, if he's shooting the 11, you have to assume that he's going to shoot the
6.
the 12 and then play the 1 ball.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that was one hell of a rack and one trap that he got himself out of.
Oh, that was a beautiful 5
Totally
ball.
earned that one.
That 5 ball was nice. That long shot, that was beautiful.
Yep. And that's where you want to be then. You want to
Yeah.
hit the top of the rack because it helps spread the balls a little more. It's a
Yeah.
little easier to figure out where that cue ball's going to go hitting the top of the rack as opposed to the side of the rack, especially if you're going in between the balls, you know.
Come on out. Yeah, that's shot.
All right, so we have a ball game here because now it seems like the score is 54 to 44. Am I correct, Al?
Al, somebody wake up Al.
Sorry, no, I had the mute button on because I'm taking care of things back here. Yeah, you're absolutely right. 54-44. Right there on our screen, so everybody at home can see it.
You want to make sure I don't take it. Daddy offered me some peppermint, so I took the entire pack and took out a couple and offered it to him. You should try it to your kids. They're gonna start crying, saying that you stole their candy.
I'm always stealing stuff from them.
Now, one common mistake that I see a lot of players make, obviously it all depends on whether you have the ability to draw the cue ball up, is they overhit the draw, especially if they hit it with no spin. That cue ball will hit the top rail and come back into the cluster right there and get stuck. So whenever you're going to use draw, you want to make sure that you hit it with enough speed to make sure that, yeah, that's a tricky one right there.
It is tricky, and notice the spin on that took it down into the corner. Very often the cue ball gets dropped down there. I think he's got the 4 of the combination.
Or the 3 in the side. Right?
The 3 on the side, we can't.
Oh yeah,
Could be, yeah.
I mean, the 15 goes past the 8. Either pocket shooting bump, so just has to figure out
He's
the
got
best
to
way
look
to
at
get
the
there.
other. Notice he's looking at the cluster on the right-hand side of the table, the 5-7-9. He just took a glance to see what was up there. That's how you approach a rack. You just got a freshly opened rack. You stop and take stock of it.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, he almost overcut that.
You pick up the 11 first or go on with your plan.
I think he's going to he might shoot the 2.
He might drift over. Now that 5 may go. So if he plays the 5, gets to the 7, he gets to the 5, he clears up that mess on the, which is now on the bottom of the table, but the right side.
And you agree that's one of the best rules you can have for straight pool. Always get rid of trouble as soon as possible.
That's right.
Before you run out of options.
Right.
True in any game.
And he's taking his time to make sure that he figures out a way to get rid of that trouble.
Yeah.
Because that 9 is not exactly in a friendly spot. You know, he might be able to see it now, but I'm not 100% sure. Unless he plans on shooting the 4, 13, and then 9,
Then the 7.
or the 7.
Yeah. I think the 5 goes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that's a good angle, Al. Thank you. From there, you can see that the 5 does clear. He's running into it. There he is. Wow. Very practical.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a bad shot because he could still end up with the 6, the 13, or all the other balls. So it was a great shot.
Yeah.
So now he has to figure out how to take care of the other little cluster there.
That looks scary. If he come up short on that, he could have blocked him out.
I never like that bumping the side because you almost always end up straight. You know?
Yeah, well, he's flat now.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Williams plays straight pool. He's straight on every ball.
Yeah. Charlie must be standing nearby, hovering. Did one of you guys order Chinese food? Oh, Charlie, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you.
But what'd you do here, Danny?
I think he's going to shoot the 4, come up for the,
Yeah, I think he's too straight on the 8 ball to take that shot now.
come up for the 2.
But he needs to figure out a solution to break that small little cluster. And I'm assuming the 2 go. If it doesn't go here, you can shoot it in the side and run into them and leave the 9 as insurance, or even,
I don't see a break shot here right now. Again, he's looking at the 2, so he's playing the 4. That's foregone.
well, he's probably going to shoot the 4, 13, and 2, right?
He might just go for the 2 right away.
Yeah. Unless he can make the 13 in between the 2 and the 9. Who knows, right?
Yeah. Looks like it.
Danny Berruti knows. He knows everything.
Uh-oh. He's going to get back for that delivery
I
joke.
thought that was Max Everett. See, so if he ends up with the right angle, he might be able to take out that ball. I believe it's a 12 ball. I can't tell from here.
Yeah.
It's centered enough to create a break shot.
Blame the 2. Maybe he'll bump the 10 out and then get a shot at the 14 and set up the 12. Oh.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
He was trying to bump the 12 out, but he probably didn't bump it out enough. But
Yeah.
well, now that he opened it up, now he can negotiate it.
Yeah.
One thing you can do, wow, it's tricky. This is tricky.
Yes, it is.
This is tricky, but one thing you can do is somehow get in the 14 or the 8 and bump it out and then have the 9 as insurance.
Yeah.
But it all depends on whether or not he can get there. Because he doesn't want to shoot the 9 beforehand. That's a problem with that shot, it seems like.
There's almost no good secondary break shot here.
But look at that. He might have a perfect angle. I'm not sure if he sees it. To shoot the 12 in the lower left-hand corner, come one rail, take out the 14 and have his insurance. He might, I don't know if he sees that.
Interesting shot.
But he might, I'm always looking for those shots. He might have an angle there and not even see it. Unless he decides to maybe just accept the 8 on the bottom of the break shot. I only try to manufacture a break shot if I'm able to end up with an insurance ball.
That's practical advice.
You see, I think he's looking at that. Oh, he has a great angle. Well, no, probably not. He might have too much angle there. It all depends. He might have to hit the ball to the right-hand side of the pocket as thick as possible. See,
There he is.
but you see, he cut it too much.
Yeah.
He needed to hit it fuller so the cue ball can go more inside.
The English might not have grabbed coming off the cross, too.
Because now that he didn't hit it full, it sent the cue ball this side a bit. And that's why he's got a little tougher on the 8 ball.
Looks like he's got one shot here.
This looks like a layout that I usually leave myself.
Would you shoot the 13 or would you shoot the 8?
Shooting the 13.
Yeah.
You can't control the cue ball if you shoot the 8.
I mean, listen, if you leave the cue ball at just the right spot, maybe even leave the 9 as an insurance ball, as a key ball, you can come off one rail and end up, on the high side. Yeah, on the 6 ball, you know. Sometimes you just got to accept what you have.
Sure, make lemonade. If he plays the 13, plays the 9, then the 14 uses the 8, that's an easier position to drop behind the rail on that 6 than going from the 9, I think.
Nice shot.
Didn't require any help from the Sisters of Mercy. That was dead pocket.
Oh, yeah, he hit that one pretty good.
Yeah. 9, 14, 8. Or
Yeah. Unless he decides to leave the 8 as a break shot, he might shoot the 9, 6, 14,
9, 6,
8. So
yes.
it all depends on what he decides to use as a break shot,
we'll see right now.
right?
That's it. You called it, T.
Well, again, it's a preference. That's all it is, a preference.
Oh, no, wait a minute now. He may not be able to get back and hold it for the 14. He's looking at the 6 as the break now.
Yeah. Which is not a bad option either.
No.
I prefer that one only because I have a better chance of spreading the balls more effectively behind the rack, especially when they're off the rail by that much. Those are very tricky.
6 is pretty high, though. He's
Yeah.
looking at probably hard to get position for it. Practical. Go to the rail, come off about 5, 6 inches. You have a good angle for the break.
I hit it great. You got it great.
Sure did.
Well, now it's 58 to 54. So now he's up by 4 points, and they're still not a third of the way done. Let me know when you want me to order the pizza. What do you want on the pizza, so that way I know ahead of time? What would you like on the pizza?
As long as it's from Artichoke, that's
No,
okay.
it's not from Artichoke. It's actually from Finnegan. He delivers a pizza for them. It's actually pretty good. It's not bad.
For Artichoke?
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, I wish. I wish.
So I have a question for you straight pull wizards here.
Yes.
So Darren Appleton, considering he's only been playing straight pull about 4 years, how's his pattern playing stack up? We know about shot making. He comes with the shots just from his 9-ball pressure playing ability, but just pattern playing for Darren Appleton after 4 years, where do you rate him at?
He's seeing position. I think he's seeing positions pretty good.
To be honest with you, Charlie, it is so impressive that he knows the game so well. Considering that he's only been playing 4 years, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. You got to give him. There's a reason why he won last year. There's a reason why he's determined to win this year.
Boy, he's won 20 games.
20 matches in a row.
Yeah.
That's not an accident. You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah. He's bailing himself out of jams, but still he has a solid ground, a solid knowledge of position play.
You have to hit the 7 or the 3 here.
3.
But preferably the 3. Yep. He hit like 24 karat gold.
Yeah.
Now this is tricky here. Because if he has to shoot over the 12 or to shoot the 13, he doesn't really have anything if he's shooting the 13 in the side. Obviously, you want to shoot the 12 to break up that cluster.
Yeah.
The 4 and the 3 in a bad position where you can't even make the 4 in the corner, so that's tricky right there.
4 and the 3 are going to have to wait. Unless he can snap the cue ball back on the 13, which I don't think he's going to try. And again, the 12 is no joy either. You shoot with the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
very close. They're very close to each other.
This is a very tricky position here.
Yeah.
While Darren's looking at the shot, I was curious. I heard this through the grapevine during a tournament. I just want confirmation. Danny, is it true that you are the greatest pool player to ever come out of Armenia?
I've never been to Armenia.
that was Danny Baratuian.
Yeah.
Well, that's my name.
Can you tell, Al, if the 13 goes in the corner?
That's my name.
Yeah.
Barudian.
Barudian, okay.
Yeah, I can't tell. Yeah, he's definitely going to shoot in the side. I just don't know what he's going to play position for. I guess he's going to shoot the 12 ball from there.
He's playing for that spec on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's going to shoot for position on the 12 ball. He's going to have to really hit this really. So that's why I think he's taking his time, because he knows he's going to have to shoot a far shot on the 12.
Well, it's tricky. Is he elevated at all in this 13?
A little bit.
Because that makes the side pocket a little bit tighter. But Darren's got a good little. He's accurate with little punch strokes.
Yeah.
He went to break him. He went to
Oh,
break him. He
yeah.
went to break him.
But that's tough. That was a tough shot.
I
That was
know.
a tough shot. He wasn't given much. He wasn't going to try to be sick.
Yeah, but Danny said those should wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You called it, Dan.
What did I say? I said something right?
That's right.
Are you kidding?
We have it on the
You
table.
always say everything
That was
right.
the first time all week.
Well, whenever you elevate your cue like that, that makes the shot tougher to be accurate on. I had no idea he was going to hit it that hard. I thought he was going to just cinch it over.
Yeah, I didn't think
Yeah.
he had the angle. He was trying to juice it up and get that
Well,
ball
you know-
to come off the rail.
One thing that I learned from Mizrak years ago is no matter what you do, you always make sure you make the ball first, no matter what.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Even if you don't get position or you don't break the cluster.
That's right.
He probably hit that a little further than he normally would because he was more focused on breaking up that 3-4, and that's what
Right.
caused him to miss a ball.
Actually, one guy told me one time, I was playing a straight pool tournament. This guy was a much better straight pool player than me. And I actually beat him in the match. And I asked him, but I wanted some advice afterwards, and I asked him, what's the key of winning straight pool matches and tournaments? Does everybody have to run 100 every time? Because I don't do that. And he says, no, it's not about who runs the 100, who runs out. It's about least amount of misses.
Yeah.
The least amount of
That's
misses. Right. Yeah. There's an Armenian player who told me that.
The Armenian's taking it on the chin tip right here.
You told me that, Danny, back in Florida. Remember we had that one straight pool tournament down in Jacksonville you came down for?
Yeah.
But that was actually, believe it or not, that was actually very profound for me when you told me that. Because I was always under the impression that, you have this big 100-ball runs every time. And he said, no, it's not about that. You run 15, play safe.
Yeah.
No, it's funny that you say that because I wanted to. I was trying to figure out the other day. One time I saw this article about this one guy that won the world championship many years ago. His average was 70. Never ran more than 70 balls.
Jimmy Karras, maybe?
I'm not sure who it was, but I know that you don't have to run 100 to win a world championship.
Well, Taberski had a very, very low averages. He would like save people to death and play slow. Of course, I wasn't in to attend those tournaments personally, but yeah.
Frank
But that'll get it
Taberski.
done.
Frank Taberski waited for his opponents to die from old age.
I mean, you run 270s back to back. That's 140 going to 150.
Yeah. I think they were playing 125 matches on the 5x10s too.
Now I'm going to put you guys on the spot now. And be honest. Don't do the whole, well, they're the same. And you both give your opinions separately. Who plays better? Whose pattern play do you like better? Choices between Thorsten and Darren.
Well, I mean, the only reason I go with Thorsten is because Thorsten's been playing straight pool since he was a kid. You know, he knows all the patterns, but he's been playing since he was a kid. Darren just started learning it 4 years ago. But that's why I said that I'm so impressed with Darren, because of the fact that he learned the game in such a short period of time to actually win a world championship. We were talking about how incredibly strong his mental game is, that he went to the China 8-ball Open, never played in a tournament like that, and won it the first night. That's amazing.
That was super impressive. Well, I was talking to him about that. I think he's the only player that could have did that because of his English. That Chinese game is a combination of snooker and English 8-ball, and that's Darren's background. And so basically Darren said that he in the middle of the tournament, he switched to his snooker and English pool stroke, but he learned how to win mentally from playing pool.
Yeah.
So he used a combination of all three to win that tournament.
Why won't you shoot the 12 first here, Danny?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe because he can get behind them on the 6. He's trying to get to the 6 and shoot the 6 in the left-hand corner pocket without going into anything.
Maybe he's going to go in between them? I was a little
Plays the
confused there. I would have shot the 12 to clear the pocket for the 9 just in case I didn't get perfect on the 6.
Yeah.
But again, I'm a take no risk type of position
Yeah.
player when it comes to that. So I was a little surprised by that one.
You got it fairly clean here.
Who's the favorite in this match?
Right now, Thorsten.
Before the match started,
I thought it was a toss-up.
Toss-up, yeah. They're both playing terrific.
But you know, you always got like the guys
Uh-oh.
at the table. Look at this.
A little too much.
Yeah, he'll kill it.
Yeah.
yeah, I think he still has enough room to cinch it in
Yeah.
and hold it.
Come out with low right. Lengthen out the shot a little so he can overhit it.
He's actually hitting in the middle. I think he's just going to roll it in like that.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. He likes his break shot. He usually sends a cue ball hard to the center of the table.
one more roll and that ball's pretty straight. John Lehman doing a crossword puzzle. Very good. Nice.
Yeah, Corey Deuel was commenting on Appleton and Thorsten's break shots, choice of speed. And I guess Corey likes to go into the stack more delicately, I suppose. I think Corey's got a more traditional straight pull break shot because he grew up in Philadelphia around the older straight pull players, and they didn't really go into the stack as hard as the ones today.
Corey is a very poised player.
He sure is.
Very polished player.
And I think Corey has one of the best set of fundamentals I've ever seen in my life.
That's right.
I just told him that like a couple of nights ago, and he was shocked. He couldn't believe it. And I said, how could you not believe that?
No, he does. He's got great fundamentals. And what I like about Corey's game, he never jumps up.
Yeah.
He never looks right on a shot, you know.
What would you do here, Danny boy?
8-15, 13 maybe if he has the angle.
Uh-huh.
Just get out of the way right now. Break with the 4.
Uh-huh.
You know, you're going to come out pretty good there. You can't play the 5 because you got nowhere to go off of that.
No. And you have to be too precise to draw for the 3. And if you draw for the 3, you're only going to run into the 6.
Okay.
Okay. He didn't listen. He didn't speak loud enough.
Well, now speed becomes a factor here.
Yeah. You can't stop the ball on the opposite side of the 8 because then he's got a tough shot on the 13. He's got to come back.
But see, I would have shot that ball and tried to get straight on the 8 or on the side pocket.
Maybe he put spin on the ball. It didn't take.
But you see, you
Losing that cue
overdraw
ball.
there, and now you got to be more precise with
Yeah.
the position on the 4.
Sure.
He probably had a pretty bad angle on the 8 ball, though. You know, that's probably why he took the other shot first. You
Yeah.
have to take that in consideration as
Yeah.
well.
This looks like a scratch shot.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. He might have to jack up to shoot it, which again we saw that's gonna make the
No,
pocket
he can roll this. I would just try to get his 8 straight on the 8 as possible, and then just draw back for the 4.
I think it's gonna be hard to hold. He's gonna really hit it really soft. Oh, he hit it really soft.
Then just
Nice
draw back.
shot.
No, because he didn't have as much of an angle as I thought he did until Al, the superb upstate Al, showed us a perfect angle. See, and he's good. He's good at controlling those little draw shots. You know, reminds me of the Gangster a bit.
AZ
but with
Billiards.
See,
more.
now over here, right?
But more of an accent.
If he hit, if he hit this with a
AZ
little draw,
Billiards.
he could end up going off the 6, off the 10.
AZ
And
Billiards.
if he avoids hitting the 9, he plays position for the 9, lower right hand pocket.
You think he's not just going to crush these and open them
No,
up?
he doesn't need to, really. But he decided to go
Oh,
with follow.
nice
He could have
touch,
done
nice
that. Yeah,
touch.
that's even better.
Nice. Leaves the 7 for the breaking. Try and set something up. It looks like he's going to try and set up the 6. And
That's a little.
Yeah,
iffy,
but that's
right?
not bad.
Yeah.
It was very tough to get stuck there, and if
Yeah.
he didn't end up getting it, he still has a 7 worst
Yeah.
case scenario.
He
Yeah,
didn't,
that
he,
was-
didn't, he didn't get that, did he? Is that high enough?
no.
No, it's too low.
Yeah, he's got to get rid of the 6. Probably leave the 14 as the key ball. Maybe the 5. But he's definitely playing the 6 now.
I like shooting the 6 and the 9, 14, 12, 10, and then the 5. Or the only way I would leave the 14 is if I just really want to be on the other side, since the 7
yes,
crossed the line,
yeah.
So,
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's why I said the 14.
but I always tell my students when I'm teaching straight foot, it's easier to go from a ball that's higher, considering the 9 being higher on the higher side of the table, the 12 being on the lower, and 5 being the lowest. It's easier to play position from a ball that's higher to the one that's mid-low and then the lowest than it is to coming back up and then ending up in position, having to be that much more precise. And worst case scenario, if he has to end up on the other side of the rack with the 7, you got to take it, right?
Yeah. Wow. I don't like this pattern too much.
Yeah, he probably felt like he didn't have much of a choice on that one, but I'm totally considering that he got out of line a bit, so. I'd rather have a break shot than have none.
Yeah. Nice. Nice recovery. He's got a tricky break shot here, though. There's a lot of traps, a lot of scratches. There's a lot of stuff that can happen here.
Now the way I used to practice it, I learned the shot out of the Burns standard pocket billiards when I was 13 years old.
AZ
And I don't know if it's the right
Billiards.
way to play, but this is the way I play. I play with inside English on it and you go 3 rails. Is that what you do?
Yeah, but the problem is that you have to look at the angle to see if you're going to run directly into the ball. If you do, then you have to hit it a lot harder to go through the rack and give the cue ball a chance to escape. But if you're going to go in between 2 balls, then the cue ball's going to pick up speed automatically right away because you're not hitting your foot enough to stop the speed of the cue ball.
So now, are you going to hit this with inside English on the ball?
If he's going to go forward
Tony.
with
Yeah.
inside English,
Yeah, if I'm going to hit between the balls, then yes.
How much inside you can put it?
At least 2 full tips of left on this one because you don't want to put too little because you'll go 1 rail and scratch over
watch
here.
that scratch on the 14. He kicks off hard. Oh,
You see?
yeah.
And that's another reason why you don't want to hit it with too much spin because if you hit it with too much spin, a lot of time the cue ball will go 2 rails, run into one of those balls, and then put it back downtown. Leave it by the bottom rail.
But you just said at least 2 tips to the left.
Right, but if you hit it with 3,
Uh-huh.
then now you increase the angle coming off the second rail, which
Second rail.
increases the chance of running into one of the balls that are trying to spread. So by running into the balls, if you hit the bottom rail, they'll send the cue ball back down to the bottom rail.
Yeah.
So,
You know what I'm talking about. You've had that happen.
so don't hit it more. Don't hit it 5 tips to the left.
No, yeah, definitely don't hit it at 5.
It's James Wong Howe over here with
But look
little
how great,
camera
look
work.
how, look how great those spread right
Yeah,
there. That's like heaven right there, straight to heaven right
He-
there.
he- Torsten forbid those balls to stand in the same area.
You gotta like the 3 and the 4, right, Dan?
Well, the 4 is a little. Where is the 4? Is it that purple ball?
Yeah, we had trouble with these things.
Yeah, he can definitely hit it
And the
there.
4 is a little low. I don't think he likes it that low.
Yeah, no, he likes to hit the high side
A
of the
little
line.
higher, yeah. So he might be trying to get a bump on that ball.
What would you use to bump it?
Oh, maybe the 11? Yeah. If you clear out a few things, you can use the 11.
Well, there goes a key
There's
ball.
the key ball. Of course, if he bumps that 4, he's got the 10 as a key.
Mhm.
Maybe he likes the 14. Maybe he's become a behind the rack player.
I can't wait till this match is over with and tell Thorson how he guys are, making fun of his choices.
No. See, that was a dangerous shot, right? Because
See?
remember-
No, he hit the 11 there. I mean, he didn't lock it up, and I think the 14 is better than the 4.
Right, but see, if the 15 weren't there,
Yeah.
blocking the 13, I like that shot because if you bump it, you have the 13 or the 15. If you only have one of them, you have to get rid of one of those
Yeah.
balls before you go and start bumping balls,
Yes.
you know?
I knew we should have charged double on a stream with you two guys commentating. I'm learning so much.
Yeah, we're going to call that pay more per view.
Well, you know, I don't know what my cut is for this, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I haven't been playing any pool since I've retired since last August. Well, I'll play again someday, but I gotta hear you guys talk. I might go out there and play next year.
We need to hold back, man.
Now you're gonna call the wrong shots.
That's easy.
5 ball on the side.
5 bank to 12.
The 5 to leave it on the table, the 5 in the side.
All right, 112-8, I guess, or something like that. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
12 has no
definitely 112
purpose.
and the 8. And then the last 3, I don't know. It all depends. Again, everyone has their preference, you know. I remember when.
Wow, not the 8. What the hell? I guess you're getting rid of the 10 here.
But you see how easy it is to get to the 10 with the 13?
Yeah.
Right? He's probably going to use a 14 and use a 4 as a key ball.
Either one works, yeah.
That was really high praise, Steve Lipsky, during Danny Berardi's Hall of Fame induction, saying that, quote, he named you as one of the top 10 pattern players in the world.
That's right.
That's pretty
You're a
strong.
little delirious.
No, we're not.
Hey.
Tony, you concur?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, but we just
We just talking earlier about playing straight pool the old school way. You know, we play the old school. You minimize movement of the cue ball. You only run into clusters if you absolutely have to. See, now that was a great shot there. Even though
Terrific.
most people would have shot the 13.
shot the cue ball right into the angle.
Yeah.
The correct angle
Yeah.
for the 13.
I played in the World Straight Pool, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, maybe. I was playing Jim Gauthier, who's one of our sponsors, owns Greenleaf's Pool Room in Richmond, Virginia. Please be sure to visit it. But I played him in the round robin. I guess I beat him by a pretty big score. I think I ran like 85 and out against him. But he came up to me after the match, and he was just smiling and amazed. He goes, "That was the most amazing straight pool I've ever seen." I said, "Thank you." He goes, "You ran 85 and you didn't have one key ball." And then I said, then I went over to somebody afterwards and I asked somebody,
What's a key
what's
ball?
a key ball?
I knew you were going to say that. Whew, that's a crazy.
Yeah.
You took a risk there because you know what happens when you run into
You
that.
get kicked into the
You
corner.
get kicked into the corner,
Yeah.
double kissed.
Can't let that
Ooh,
cue ball hang
that
out
was-
down there. Tony, you had one of the worst scratches I've ever seen in
Against
a match.
Santos?
Against
I
Santos.
never forget that song.
I'm watching you. You need like 2 balls. You make a standard break shot, and you crushed it. And everybody started applauding. And the second ball, which was actually your game ball, I think went in.
Yep.
So you were out, but the balls were still moving. And the cue ball stopped near the side, and another ball came and knocked it in.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
God.
to make it to the finals of the New Jersey State Championship.
And when everybody was applauding, all I could think of was, this shot ain't over yet.
Yeah.
Because them balls are still moving. You know, you never know.
I was a winner for about 2 seconds.
You are. The game ball went in.
So basically, Danny put the mojo on you.
Yeah.
If he just would have looked away,
You beat Santos in the final, didn't you?
I didn't play Santos in the final.
Who did?
I don't know. I think I played Madoff or...
I thought I was the one you beat Harriman. No?
No, I beat him early in the tournament.
Okay.
I beat Parika. I think I played Bob Madoff in the finals when I won. Who'd you play when you played in the finals?
Thorsten.
Oh,
We played a 5.5-hour match. I was 2007. I won that one.
well, I remember.
I started out with an 86-ball run.
Yeah.
I hit the cue ball with draw, run right into the rack, and in the middle of like after pocketing two, 3 balls after the break shot, the cue ball drew literally right through the rack like a knife through butter, straight into the side pocket. It's like there was no way you would ever see a scratch like that. There were so many balls just drew in a straight line.
That's what happens. Only people with a lot of talent can do that.
Here's a little trivia question. Who's the player that knocked Thorsten Holman out? The 2007 World Straight Pool Championships when he was defending champion. Knocked him out in the round of 16.
I don't remember.
Maybe Urkulo?
I enjoyed watching Jimmy Matayo play.
That was
Oh, wow.
2006, yeah.
Wow.
He didn't get on the break ball. He took it and he moved it.
But he moved the balls for his opponents,
I
too.
have never
yeah.
seen anything like that. That was impressive.
I'll give you a hint. The guy that knocked Thorsten out in 2007 was from Armenia.
Ah.
Or Armenian heritage.
I've never been to Armenia.
Alright, for those of you at home, we're joking about Danny Berruti does have Armenia roots, heritage. Obviously, he's never been born there or from there, and it was amazing in this tournament that when he told me that Bombadinjian, who told me that he was from Armenian too?
He is
heritage,
yeah.
Armenian, right?
And
And
Mark,
then
Mark Kalungian.
Mark Kalungian, who I met for the first time. What are the odds of that? 3 players in the World Street Pool, all with Armenian heritage.
You might go to the Armenian Championship and not get 3 Armenian players.
Which pattern do you like here, bud?
7-11, 2-4-6. I guess he's getting rid of the 4 for. Well, that's nice if he could play the 4 bump to 15 away a little. I guess he's looking the wrong way on that. Well, I guess 2-6 at the end.
See, I'd rather shoot the 11-6 and then draw a little bit and then just leave the cue ball center of the table. It's a safer, it's a safer,
yeah.
safer way.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to be
Much
too
more practical.
precise. Yeah, you got to be too precise to
Coming
come
back,
back.
yeah, coming back from the 2, you're right. You're right 100%. Except now he left the wrong angle for that, so he's doing.
It looks like he's got a good rhythm right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's feeling very confident.
So many people say me and Thorsten look alike.
Maybe your patterns.
Very nice.
You know, Thorsten is really, when you watch him play, and tell me if I'm wrong here, Tony, but watching him play and playing against him over the years, he can get into this, pretty good rhythm where he's a pretty, I don't want to say super speedy, but definitely got kind of aggressive pace, and then he can slow down really big. He can really slow down his game, and I really attribute that to his 2 biggest influences in Germany growing up was Touquet and Ortman. And he really reminds me of a combination if you combine the 2 players. What do you think?
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, he's a hell of a shot maker.
Well, what's up with Oliver? He hasn't been here in the last couple of years. Is he not playing anymore?
He still plays over there in Europe, but I think it's hard for him to get away sometimes from his business. And
He's actually in a road production of Oliver. So
I bet Orban doesn't even know what that is.
I know. That's one of my favorite break shots. The one that he just shot. If he hits it harder, the cue ball goes back and forth. You know which one I'm talking about. He hit it really good because he knew it was going to curve sooner. If he hit it softer, it went back in the rack.
by the way, you mentioned that game that I played him a few years ago. That was the break shot he scratched on. That was his last shot.
Oh yeah, I
He had
remember
a
that.
top break shot, and he went back and forth twice, and he scratched.
You know, it's funny when he did that, and you had a chance to win the match. One of your New York City pool friends said, "This is where Danny dogs it."
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
That's where I was like, "You New Yorkers really stick together."
Oh yeah, that was Stu.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But
Wow.
Danny ran out.
That's brutal.
Oh well.
I don't remember who it was, but that was a big win. That put you in your
We always support-
your first quarterfinals, the World Straight Pool, Dan.
Ta-da.
Your first of like many.
We always support each other in the events, especially straight pool.
Yeah, we always leave a little something when we rob each other's hotel rooms, so you have enough to eat.
Well, I'm playing in the American straight pool for the first time, so
Oh,
I'm
nice.
looking
It's a
forward
nice
to
event.
that. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Peter Burrows does a nice job. He tries real hard to accommodate the players, and really does it out of love for the
Peter's a
game.
sport. He puts people up in his house. They rob his silverware. I mean, no, man, he really goes
He
out.
puts
of his
people
way.
up at other people's houses too.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they give
This
him a
is-
cut.
This is what I call the back and forth exercise pattern.
Okay.
Right? He shot a ball this way, now he's going to shoot the
That's
three
good.
that way,
Go
and then
back to
come back
11.
for 11, and then
Nice.
come back for the
Like a little
That's-
swing.
Yeah, it's like, but when you're in a rhythm, you just find
Like a-
yourself burning the rug
Like
sometimes.
a loom.
Yeah. But I don't know if he has the angle on the 3 to go for the 11. I'm not sure.
I don't think he needs to do that though.
No, he can't. He doesn't really have the angle, I think. He's probably going to come back for the 14.
Yeah. No. What's this? What's that?
He's
What's
not-
this?
He took a risk for the
He's
7,
not
I
listening
guess.
to you, Tony. He's not listening to you. You know, it reminds me of
Time for the 4 ball, then the 11.
Tom Karabatos told Shane Van Boney after Van Boney ran whatever against him. He says, "You made a mistake. You should have let me shot. You'll learn something."
That's pretty strong.
I don't like that shot either. Went into not enough of an angle there to kill the cue. Drifted.
Well, it's like Charlie said, if you miss less, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
And you know,
Isn't that the bottom line? Everything we're talking about here about playing position is all a bunch of nonsense if you're just making balls.
Well, maybe the way Thorson plays and some guys like him and maybe Ortman is similar to like when Efren plays. I mean, half the shots that Efren shoots would be the wrong shot for 80% of the players out there. But because his skill set is so different
Yeah.
than the other average professional player,
Absolutely.
that it's a high percentage shot for him, where it's a low percentage for the rest
Yeah,
of us
100%.
human
Well,
beings.
yeah, but Thorsten does know the game, though. There's a difference. But like compared to like Strickland, I ran an 83 on him the other day, and then he runs 119 and out. I would probably say his pattern play was spot on about 30% of the time. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. His shooting ability is so incredible that he can get away with it because he has a high run of 408 balls. That's unbelievable.
Well, his shot making gets him out of it. What I was laughing at was that when you said your shot making was spot on. I was picturing Earl's face. If you were talking to him, you would say, "Earl, your shot making was spot on." 30% of the time.
No, the pattern play.
Oh, you're a pattern
Pattern
player. Sorry,
play.
you're a pattern
Well,
player.
do you mean that in a good way?
No. What I'm saying is that the scary thing is that if he did know the patterns correctly, he would have been broken Mosconi's record.
Probably, you're right.
Easily. It's the scary thing about players that don't know the patterns the correct way, that still run a lot of balls, is how many they would run if they actually did play the game the right way.
I think the biggest impediment to Earl's running balls, in terms of the high run record, is the length of his cue. He needs a longer cue if he wants
Yeah.
to run the.
But they have to knock the walls down in the room. to
Yes.
make it, yeah. But when we had Earl in the booth, his debut as a straight pool announcer, and I had to create a rule that you're only allowed to say "or" 4 times on one stroke. He was doing. He's going to shoot it to the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, or the 7. Yeah. Okay.
Earl's always thinking ahead.
Yeah, but for him to will his way into running 119 and now, that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong.
Yes, it was.
He did not want to get eliminated from the tournament, so he figured out a way, you know.
To be honest with you, Tony, I thought you were strong. I liked you to win the tournament last year, and I thought you had a real good chance this year.
Which is disappointing for me because I got the cloth and the balls and trained for 2 months, but I just got to train a little longer than
A little
that.
longer
You
and compete.
Yep,
It's
that's-
hard
that's
for
the
you
key.
because
I
you're
didn't compete.
working and these guys are playing pool, and
know? I'm always working, running my
I know.
league and stuff like
I know
that on the tour, so
I
I'm going
know.
to make time next year, though. I'm going to hire someone.
That's good. I mean, you're playing great. If you keep, I mean, it's a little bit unlucky that Earl came with that run right there. I mean, he didn't have to run 119 and pick 30% of the shots correctly.
Well, I was joking around with my wife, Gail, and I was telling her, isn't it unbelievable how the entire week I really didn't feel like I played up to par. But then when I finally started catching a stroke,
look at this lead.
Ooh,
wow, look at that.
He's a little in trouble here.
No, he's fine. He can shoot the 8 from there. But I was telling her, isn't it incredible how when you play bad, you get all these opportunities. Now that I'm playing good and I'm in stroke, I run 83 and I never shoot again.
Never shoot
I said, what happened to all these
I know what you mean.
What do we do now?
It's frustrating. It's a little frustrating, but that's the nature of the
Well,
game.
he's going to shoot this 8 ball. What I'm saying, Tony, is
This is
that
not an easy shot.
Yeah,
It's not a gimme.
he's jacked directly up. Look how high he's got
No,
elevated.
he's one of the best I've seen at this shot, jacking over, because he has this.
The cue ball.
What about that side pocket? You forgot about the side pocket there,
Yeah.
amigo?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't think he had that much of an angle. He
he's
had
the-
more of an angle than what I thought.
Yeah, he's a favorite to make that, but that was just,
Yeah.
it was something bad could have happened though.
I would have hit it softer than that for sure.
15 goes if he does wind up on the other side.
Right, that's what he
at
was
some
looking
point.
at.
I prefer to shoot the 14 to get to the 15.
Yes.
I mean, not the 14, whichever ball that is,
Yeah.
but the
The
12.
12. Yeah.
That way you don't have to worry about
What's,
risking missing it.
we think he's going to try and set the 4 ball up for a break shot.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Well, guys, I'm gonna take off and go back to work here, or pretend to go work.
Yeah.
And
Even the 2 ball. Right?
I just want to say before I leave,
Oh.
before I go, guys, I want to say once more congratulations to Danny Baruti for
Yep.
being in the Hall of Fame. Well deserved.
Thank you, Mom.
Well deserved.
That's my
And,
mom speaking.
I'm pretty sure your record of being the first Armenian and only is also secured in the Straight Pool Hall of Fame. And just a little bit of trivia for you guys here that I think Tony Robles, well, I think we all thank Tony Robles for all the help that he does with the community here in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
But this tournament, a big part of the reason why I put on this World Straight Pool is because early on as a young player, Tony talked about straight pool a lot to me, even though I didn't play the game. And he was instrumental in helping me put on the first tournament by getting us our main sponsor. So because of his passion for straight pool and everything. So thank you, Tony.
No,
for,
thank you for running the event. We couldn't do it unless you
That's
ran
right.
the event.
Both of you guys did a lot of work putting this thing together.
all right, guys.
I gotta thank you also for giving the NAPO an opportunity to let an amateur compete against the best players in the world 3 years in a row. That's amazing.
I think it's awesome that you guys do the qualifier and when your players in a tournament. And when are you gonna move that guy or bar him though? He's one of the same guys won it 3 years
I mean,
in a row.
I think if you can guarantee that he'll be invited every year, then we might give someone else a shot.
He gets. You can.
Yeah.
I wasn't joking when I said it on Facebook. He gets an invite next
Yeah.
year. He can get a direct invite.
He's a good kid. He's a manager of
Very
one of
good
the
kid,
pool
yeah.
halls around
Yeah,
here.
we're talking about Eddie Kwok, by the
Eddie
way.
Kwok.
If you're listening, Eddie, we're talking about you.
Yep.
You're officially barred from the NAPL qualifier.
Is he related to you, Charlie? Eddie?
Eddie's a really good guy.
Just
Yeah, he
because we
really is.
both.
What are you saying? Charlie's not a good guy?
What did she mean by that, G?
Holy shit, even I wouldn't say that. I'm sorry. Even I wouldn't say that. God damn.
Alright. We're having too much fun over here. Okay, guys, look. You guys have a good time. Thank you
All
so
right.
much again. Thanks, everybody here. And thank you to ACB TV and Upstate Africa. Doing a fantastic job.
All right, Al. Good camera work.
Finally, now we can talk
Now-
about pattern play. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Dan. What did you just tell him? Now go back to work?
I thought he'd never leave.
Can't put a microphone in his hands. All right, guys, you got it.
All right.
See, you know the one thing that I respect about Thorsten the most? That even though he's not always ending up where he wants to with the cue ball, he's not becoming obsessed with the original plan.
Yeah.
He's willing to take another route and find another way to continue the run, and that's very smart.
Yeah.
Very, very smart. A lot of people get discouraged when they get out of line just a little bit, and then they end up missing because they again become obsessed with the original pattern. Oh,
Yeah. He's going to be obsessed with this one.
By the way, because this may come up in a few minutes, I wonder how they're going to run this intermission thing. Are they going to stop a run? at 150?
No, I think that if they get to 150, they're going to continue letting him shoot
Right.
until they miss. Or they don't miss.
Or they don't miss. In which case, we'll take the intermission at the end.
Talking about intermission, Darren just took a break. Hey,
I'm seeing a lot of players here who stuck around after the tournament. Darren Appleton, Stephen Cohen, who's really enjoying this event.
playing in a final.
Johnny Fulcher is still here.
That's smart. Get up, make sure.
Dr. Louis Panula just walked by, one of New York's finest dentists. Anybody need a filling right now? Anybody have an abscess tooth or need some oral surgery? He's got his tools with him and a mallet for anesthesia.
Hit that shot great.
Yes, he did. And there's Bob Jewett, who won the qualifier I ran in California.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable.
Yes. Just showed Dennis Walsh and Dennis Baropoulos, two of the big sponsors for this thing.
Tom
Patrons.
Gleich.
Tom Gleich. They haven't moved from those chairs since last Sunday.
Says Stefan Cohen, Shane.
Stephen Cole, yeah.
Oh, you want to hit the 8 solid here, right? Boom.
Wow,
Just to
wow,
play
he
position.
trapped it. Wow, that's a heads-up play. He trapped the cue ball to stay down there for that ball on the rail.
But wouldn't you have hit it softer to make sure that the cue ball doesn't have a chance
Yeah,
of
but
escape?
he threw away the rule book there. I mean, he just went into it and killed the cue ball by trapping it.
But that was the intention.
Yeah, but not at that speed.
Right. Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have hit it softer?
Yes.
That's what I would have done. I would have hit it
Yes.
softer to make sure that I guarantee that the cue ball stays, there.
Yeah, definitely.
But, guys won the event 3 times. There's not much you can question about that.
No, I'm saying that as a positive. I'm not questioning him. I'm questioning me. I'm too filled with a certain orthodoxy. He's like, his mind is fresh.
Yeah.
So just to remind the folks, when we get to 150, we're going to take a break unless somebody's on a serious run.
What is the
I guess
score?
we're
I don't
gonna
have the
go.
score on any of the
I
screens.
think he has 123 to 59.
Right to
is
your
it?
left here, Danny.
My left or the camera's left?
Your left.
I've got to turn all the way around?
No,
Okay.
we'll put it in front of you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You've got 18 screens in front of me. You can't put one of them over
I
there.
don't want
so
you to
I
hurt
can-
your neck.
It's 137, right? Is it 1?
Is that the update?
Randy Goldwater
Yeah.
just came by to tell us the score. Hey, Randy, this is our job. Thank you. He must have heard I'm talking too loud. What is the R15 and 137?
137.
Well, Dorsey runs this rack. He'll be at the halfway mark. And he said to keep on going if you can. Did you say keep on going now?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, why would you stop somebody in their run?
Yeah.
We could see running out, I guess, from here.
Oh, you guys are saying that again?
Well, we're not doing anything.
Keep going.
Yeah, it would make sense to make you keep going. You don't want to stop someone.
Right, no, you don't want to freeze it, no.
It's very comfortable in here today, but today is a muggy July day in New York.
Oh, it's
with
like
100% humidity, and the sun is blazing. It feels like we're walking through Neptune or something. I mean, it's just roasting out here.
Danny, the meteorologist.
It's hot. And
Well, I believe it's 98 today. It was 98 when I got it.
yeah, but it's very comfortable in here, and the players don't seem to be. The table doesn't seem to be acting adversely or reacting adversely to the humidity, and nobody's wearing a glove or using powder.
Hey, Dan, will you get rid of the 13 before you get to the 12, 14, and then 2 for the people, assuming he's going that way?
Yeah,
Like 3, 7, 13, 12, 14, 2?
it looks like he's going to swing out for the 3, 12, 14, 7, 2.
3, 12, 14,
Only because
7, 2?
he's going that way. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that's another way of going.
I don't
Absolutely.
like going from the 2 to the 13.
Yeah.
One or the other.
No, what I was saying is getting rid of the 13. So when you get to the 12 and the 14, you shoot the 2 and come out.
Well, the trouble is, I think the way the balls are laying right now,
Torsten took a break.
you go from the
Oh,
3
he
to
did.
the 3 to the 12.
Wow, you don't see that too often. The
No.
guy taking a break in the middle of a run.
You go from the 3 to the 12,
Mhm.
and then how do you get to the 13 without bailing to the 4? Once you get to the 12, you have to go to the. Okay, we have no. Are we back on? We're back on. Okay. So he's going for the 12. Let's see if he picks up the 13. He's gonna. Looks like he's playing a 14 right now.
What if he played the 14, 2, 7,
I was
13?
just gonna say that. Nope.
Well, then maybe he's going to play the 13 in the opposite side pocket. Unless he's going to shoot the 7, 13, 2 and leave the cube on the center,
Yeah, maybe he'll get a kind of a straight shot on the 2 and punch it a little.
That's
come
what
up
makes this
just a
game
little.
so interesting.
Yeah.
All the preference, Look, he can even play the 13 in the corner.
I don't think he wanted to do that.
Mm-mm.
I think he wanted to come up higher, get a shot at the 2.
Yeah, that's why he's like rubbing his chin.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this game. You have to be precise with the position. If not, you have to change your mind.
Sometimes you have to be precise. But when you have to be precise, you have to be precise.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I think shooting the 13 in the corner is a better option here.
Yeah. Willie Hoppy said that pocket pool is tougher than billiards because of the precision factor on every shot. You have to pocket a ball all the time.
Yeah.
And you don't have those gigantic margins of error that you have in billiards.
See, the thing that I don't like about this shot is if you cross that line,
Too
by
hard or
hitting
too
it,
soft.
you're done. If you don't go near the line, you come too short.
And it's hard to reverse and come back up and drop into the zone.
But he's really good at controlling the speed of these shots. He's very, very good. He hits these very
Now
well.
he
No, he's good there.
bare minimum.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather hit the ball thinner. The break shot, get a little more speed going.
I think he's got to go down and try and clip the corner ball on a soft break.
So now I believe he has 151, correct? 151 to 59. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he's drawing back. He's going to come off that too.
Got to be careful with that top left-hand pocket, right? That's why he minimized the draw, which is smart. He's really good at doing that, controlling that draw like that.
Yeah. He got a lot of arrows in that quiver. That kid, Filler, man, that was pretty impressive.
He really impressed me, that kid. I mean, I could not believe he made the balls with such relative ease. It was amazing.
Position wasn't bad either.
No, he plays the game right. He knows how to play straight pool the right way.
Yeah. You remember Dennis Hatch when he was 16? He ran over 300.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, nowadays they're making him a lot younger.
Uh,
So will you shoot the 8-5-3 and run into them, or will you shoot the 4 now and draw? The thing is that he might have too much angle to hit that 6 solid. He might be forced to hit that side. Cubo's obviously going to go that way.
wow, this is tough. Does the 1 go past the 6? He may play the 8.
Yeah.
Get on the 3 somehow, and then shoot the 1.
Yeah. Well, if the 1 goes, that's definitely the shot for sure. That's a good call there. Oh, I guess he likes going into them. I kind of like the fact that he left the 5 as a key ball just in case. I mean, it's an insurance ball just in case, right?
Yeah. That's trouble running on.
But see, he had enough knowledge to know that where the cue ball was going to go, and he was going to minimize that.
And he
So.
laid off the speed.
So what do you do here? Do you run into them again?
Softly. Maybe use the 13 as the break.
Got to be careful, because if you go into the 1 or the 7 and you hit it too soft, the cue ball might trickle right on the 11.
I'm thinking he should just roll this down with table speed.
Mhm.
The 2 ball. Go into that 13 softly, not with a view of breaking anything, just the way you get.
Just to get the 14 or maybe even a 10.
Maybe right. No speed at all on this shot. Boom.
But you see what I was talking about?
Yeah.
You see, I said if he
He's
trickles,
still safe, yeah.
I mean, he can still make the 9, but now he's like out of
Make
line.
the
here.
5 too.
I just didn't like the fact that he didn't have anything on the right side of the table.
Could have gone into that 13 a little fuller also. That would have killed the cue ball.
.151. Good shot. Hit it very nicely.
Yeah.
Now would you shoot the 14?
No.
Yes,
I don't think so.
shoot the
Wait,
14.
that might.
So what would you shoot after the 11?
I don't know what kind of angle he has on that 11.
Can we take a look at another angle out to see maybe?
Camera 5 will be.
See,
like
because
that.
I don't think the 4 goes past the 6. That's why he probably feel like he had no choice but to shoot
I
the
guess
4.
practically that was his only choice. I don't like that, but I think he'll be able to create another break shot here. Maybe.
He's probably saying, I want to keep the 11 for the break shot. you want to shoot over a ball here. I mean, even if he makes it, you know, still it's. Oh, he's not shooting. He's just barely going over the ball. But he probably decides to shoot. If he shoots that, because he probably wants to have the 6's insurance. But I mean, I think it would be easier if you use the bridge to shoot the 6, assuming he doesn't have a big angle, and come off the rail and then shoot the 13 or the 7 uptown.
Yeah.
Because you always have the 10 or the 9, right?
Yeah. I don't like going from the 1 to bumping the 11 up. Yeah, it's a little risky.
Oh yeah. No, I wouldn't even consider that.
You like the 6 here?
I like the 6 here. I mean, I
Makes
don't think he
sense.
can really do much with shooting the 9 ball first, unless he decides to go into them. And I don't know. Maybe he's going to shoot the 10 afterwards. You know,
I don't like
after
that.
the 6. You know.
Yeah, I don't like that.
See, now he might not have a choice but to shoot some of these balls up top. You know, 4, 10, and then maybe either run into them or. I think he wanted to hit it.
Well, I think he's going to pick up the 11 and set up the 13 with the 7.
Maybe the 7 might go too. Can we get another angle
I
there?
think
now?
it does.
The other way? Yeah, it looks like the 1 goes and the 13 goes, right? Maybe he decided the 4-10 break shot or vice versa. You want to go on the other side.
I think he's got a good chance to set up the break shot, either using the 1 or the 7. Setting up that 13. And he's always got the 10 in reserve.
It's always good to have a backup plan.
Yes, it is. This is interesting.
I'm not sure if he got what he wanted to. He doesn't look happy.
Maybe he wanted more angle on the 10 to bring he'll get action on all 3 of those balls.
But it's like you said, worst case scenario, he could pick off, shoot the 4, pick off a couple of these, and leave the 10 as a break shot, right? I mean, if he is able to make the 1, and then the 13, then he can maybe bump off the same. He might be able to make the 7. Who knows?
Yeah.
Thought of another possibility, but I don't think it would be one that I would be too interested
Play the 1 and swing around.
in. No. I was talking about if he decided to shoot the 13, could he possibly be thinking of, yeah, that's a better choice, I think.
The 7's a good key ball for that 10.
Oh, he's going to have to play on the other side. Yeah, he got too much angle on the 10, on the 13, came a little short.
This is going to be tough to get position for.
I have to admit, he's had some weird patterns come up in this game so far, Good shot. There are days you play straight pool and you feel like you're connecting the dots, and then other days you feel like you're playing Rubik's Cube,
Why am I wasting my time?
Yeah. But he's pretty good at figuring them out.
Yeah.
You giving me this again? You want to do this? This is what you do, right? Thanks, Dan. He took him. He might be able to draw to the long rail, right where he's shooting from. I think that's smooth there.
Got Jack up here. He didn't want to be on the rail. You never want to be on the rail on this shot.
Ooh, he's going to hit it with follow.
I don't like this.
Well, maybe he knows he's going to go in between the balls, so I don't think he's worried about a scratch here.
Easy to miss this shot, too.
Right?
Nope, too shallow.
Oh, I think he got away with it.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
He doesn't have the 1.
what scene is there? Knock him off.
Maybe the 7 on the side.
go past the
think?
second.
Let's see.
No, I think he can make it. Yeah, I think he's looking at it. I'm pretty familiar with his body language, so
He's got it. All right.
Mhm.
Wow. Neat shot.
would you go 7-4-9?
That looks like it.
Ooh, he came short on that one. See, that's why I like shooting that shot with follow.
Yeah, come off the
You
rail.
come off the rail, you
Yeah.
increase the area where
Yeah.
you need to be, you know? You have to be more precise with the stunt.
Yeah. Well, now he's going 3 rails. 1, 2. And he's coming up short again. Is he getting tired?
I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure he got a lot straighter than what he expected to. I mean, would you draw on the 9 here and then shoot the 8 in the side and go 2 rails into the right? What would you do?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe come down and try and get a shot at the 13. Break up the 15 and the 12 and create something.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about getting stuck because the 8's there.
Right.
Maybe you can play the 9 and bump the 14 down a little. Create something with that. Maybe you can shoot the 8.
I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to shoot the 8 and play the 9. But he's going to have to go 2 rails here.
No, 1 rail. He can hold it in soft. Oh, he went 2. Perfect speed.
Wow, he hit that great.
Absolutely perfect.
No, it's not even that. It's making the ball.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he hit that great.
Well, he's like a vacuum cleaner. He's picking up everything. But that position was really nice. He just hit that perfect.
Well, this is what he's trained for all his life. You know, in Germany, he actually took me to the pool school. They have a pool school. It's like a club that you join. They have all these young players going in Fulda, Germany. It was unbelievable. Just how many great players there were. They're all 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, 16, 17. It's unbelievable. All teenagers. And they just do all these drills and control drills and this and that. And then that's why when he gets stuck or get out of line a bit, I like don't worry much for him because I know how good he shoots those shots. He's been doing it for so long. But you know, you train yourself like that since you're a kid. It shows up. You're gonna feel confident.
Yeah. I think he's leaving the 6 for the break.
Yeah, either that or he's taking care of. Gonna take up the 15 if he has an angle to go by the rail now and end up with a 14. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna find out right now. If he shoots 13, he's leaving the 6 for the break.
Well, Dennis has
You
a
see
high
that,
run.
right? You see the 15.
14 right now.
No, I'm saying he's.
Oh, yeah.
Is he taking out the 15 for the break? I don't know if he has the angle for it.
No, I don't think he is.
So he's gonna just shoot the.
Yeah, I don't think he has the angle. It would have been a plan.
He doesn't have to anyway.
No.
Yeah, if he was playing for that angle, he definitely doesn't have the angle.
Yeah.
I like shooting the 14, 11, and then going back to that side for the 15.
5 and the 50. Yeah. Well, maybe the 14 and the 5, the 11 and going back. He's coming up with something. I thought it was. Well,
No, you gotta shoot the 11 ball and come back. Unless he's gonna shoot the 5 and play position for the 11 ball. He better make sure he doesn't run into that. Or he's gonna try to cinch it past the 15.
wow. Tried to go swing around. Not enough.
Is he leaving the 11 as a break shot?
No, I think he was. I don't think he was. I think he wanted to come over more for the 11. There he is. He's using the 15 for the key now. What do you do, Tony? You come back a few inches here on that 11 ball?
I'm not sure if he's gonna shoot the 11. I can't tell. It's hard to tell what he's thinking. Wondering if he's thinking, should I leave the 11 or the 6? I don't think he's made up his mind yet.
11's a little close to the rail. I can't imagine he's going to try and go from the 6 to the 11. I guess he is.
Start imagining.
Yeah, but he got too strong
Wow.
Well, he's using the 6 now. Oh, he's going forward 2 rails.
there. As long as he makes sure that he's hit it with enough spin to get there but avoid a scratch, he should be fine. How did he hit that one? He hit it pretty good.
I didn't like that rack.
Right, he's getting the job done, right?
Yeah. Bottom line.
Still on the table.
And he's got to pull this one too.
So what's the run here, guys? Did he start when he was at
I don't.
50 something.
Huh?
50 something.
All I know is he has an opportunity
Yeah, it
to
was
catch Okola or beat him.
I think he had 54 when he started, right?
54.
54. He's got a 100 ball run going. 100 something. 120.
Oh, he's been pretty
One-
consistent in the last 2-3 days, that's for sure.
125, I think.
125.
Yeah, I would shoot this with stun follow and just blast it.
He's got 170. He only needs 121 now.
He only needs a few to beat Dennis Okola for the bounty of about $600 bonus. That's a high run.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole tournament, nobody's caught Dennis. Obviously, it will beat him. And
Which is
now
kind of
we're down to the
surprising.
finals.
It's kind of surprising considering how big the pockets were for this tournament, right?
Whoa.
Oh, there are ugliness down there on that left-hand side.
Yeah, well, listen, he might have gotten lucky with the 9
The
ball.
9 ball, as I say, fortunately, the 9 is dead.
He might have gotten lucky. Sometimes you need a little luck, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last rack, if that 14 ball covered the 1, he would have been stopped.
Yeah.
Shane Van Boney was looking at that 9 ball from the pillar on the opposite end of the room. He just saw him craning around the pillar. He got down and looked and said, "Does that 9 go?"
Yeah.
Looks like he's shooting it too.
He's
Nine
calling the 9
ball.
ball.
Oh, he did call
4 ball combination.
Oh,
no,
2
no,
ball.
no,
no.
Oh,
I
I missed that by a lot.
2 ball. Wow. So I think they're taking a break now.
All right, so
Yeah.